Pulmo and Braverti have made their way into one of the buildings they haven't inspected yet. Their preliminary scan of the ground didn't reveal anything. However, they know that high-level users are able to hide things from scans, so the best way to make sure is still with their own eyes. This building didn't have any clues or anything suspicious, so they moved to the next one. Around this time, the campus is usually pretty empty. There would be a few parties going on, a few stragglers that roam the streets, but all in all, the grounds are usually empty. Pulmo and Braverte make it to what they believe to be an abandoned research facility of the founder of the school. As they approach, they see a few students talking near the building. They look to each side and there are more students talking to each other. This in itself isn't weird, but the fact that they are positioned in key strategic points and aren't moving from their spots means they are guarding the building. Pulmo and Bravert recognize that they found something. Bravert knows he can easily overpower the students and force his way in, but isn't sure that is the best way to go. We found something. We are going to have to do some proper recon to make sure we can get in without any problems. Pulmo nods as she scans the grounds. Her eyes open with surprise as her scan actually found something. Something underground. Braverte does his own scan of the grounds, and the area is indeed a little off. Someone tried to manipulate the grounds to prevent anyone from finding something if they scanned it. But this manipulation always leaves minor traces that an expert will pick up on. Having reached a clear goal, both Pulmo and Braverte retreat and make it back to Braverte's house. As they return, Demo is standing in the middle of an arena-like building. There is an audience watching him as he waits for his opponent to arrive. In the audience is Ugly Face, who can't believe how this happened. He thinks back on the steps they took to get here. Demo was on his way to the HR Research Club to practice his cover-up ability. On the way, he saw two students arguing and about to get into a fight. He stopped to see if the two students were strong enough for him to engage. But just as the two reached the pinnacle of their rage, they both took out a coin and exchanged it, and ended it with a single agreement, which was that they would meet in 2 hours. Demo didn't understand what just happened, so he asked Ugly Face, "To settle fights, we have duels. You exchange the coins and the winner can take back their coin, but the loser loses his. And if someone has your coin, you owe them a debt you have to repay. Losing the fight means you're in debt. The founder believed that the weak owed the strong." Demo nods, as this somehow really makes sense to him. But one point is still somewhat unclear. I can only duel people I have an argument with? No, you can pretty much challenge anyone you want. They just have to say yes. Demo smiles like a demon, as if he just found a new hobby he knows he is going to love. Is that right? Ugly Face is scared at how evil Demo looks. It was right after that when Demo approached a random student and asked them for a duel. The student, of course, said no, which made Demo look back at Ugly Face as if he wanted more information on how to make this happen. Duels are usually to settle arguments most people don't like to fight, but there is a ranking of the strongest people in the school. Where can I find them? You're strong, but they are in a different league. You haven't even mastered cover-up. Demo tilts his head slightly and leans forward towards Ugly Face. What? Ugly Face shakes his head profusely as he apologizes. Nothing. I ain't said nothing. I am sure you will win. Demo nods his head confidently. I know, right? Ugly Face then took Demo to the lowest ranked fighter on the list, number 10. Being one of the strongest in this school garners a lot of respect and prestige. This school still has a lot of connections and customs related to its military history. Ugly Face tries to tell Demo that the top 10 don't just accept invitations from anyone. They have nothing to gain from beating some unknown student. It's high risk, low reward. They don't want to test their strength. They worked tirelessly to get to where they are. Their families back home, the names they represent, there is just no way they will be willing to throw it all away with a non-famous student. Demo is unfazed by the negativity from Ugly Face. I have an idea. I'm telling it's impossible. If I were in the top 10, I would avoid fighting anyone, ever. He is set for life just making it to that position. He is never going to risk it. The number 10 is surrounded by a lot of students who are clamoring for his attention. Number 10 seems happy with the adoration he is getting. So much so that he doesn't notice Demo walking towards him, because he is just a face in the crowd. Demo walks through the crowd to get closer to number 10. He has now made it to the front of the line. He doesn't say a word, he simply keeps walking, and then steps on number 10's new white sneakers. So here we are. They went straight from that place to the arena. Ugly Face doesn't even remember the two exchanging coins. It was just a flurry of bad words and an invite to duel. Who knew that sneakers were this important? Demo looks around the arena. It's filled with supporters of the number 10. He can hear chants and screams of fans filling the building. Number 10 is making his way towards the ring. He took off his school jacket and shirt. He is ready to fight. Demo knows that if he gets caught in the body manipulation technique, he will be in trouble. He is only able to properly protect his hand right now, but he can do a very weak body cover-up. Enough to withstand a single second. He is hoping that if the number 10 sees the cover-up, it will be enough to deter him from using the body manipulation techniques. Number 10 seems to still be very angry. "You gonna pay for my sneakers, boy?" Demo takes out one of the stones in his pocket, transmutes it into sand and throws it up into the air. He then jumps up high, swings his arms around and lands very heavily. The dust swirls around him, giving him an air of mystery. He then takes a cool fighting pose. "Ready when you are,"